Higurashi is one of those series that I've been meaning to watch for years, but I never really got around to doing. Maybe it's because seeing scenes like this scared the living piss out of me when I was, at the time, 4 years old. So I wanted to watch the remake, but it's not really a remake, it's more of a continuation, so I said fuck it and threw on the original. Now, me being the absolute best person to consult for summaries, I decided to summarize it for you. Also, quick note, I'm writing this as I'm watching the show, which is probably like the worst way to do this, so bear with me. Also, for shits and giggles, I watched this in the dub. So stick around to the end to see a compilation of some shitty voice acting. Here we go. The year is 1980-something, and this guy Keiichi and his friends spend a long time fucking with each other. So long that Keiichi doesn't even realize that, oh shit, there's a curse that's killing people or something. You think he would have picked up on that by now? So like, Oyashiro's curse is basically Oyashiro saying people who built dam equals bad, and every year somebody is killed on the day of the cotton drifting festival. The series works in arcs that usually end very horribly, so here's a quick rundown. Some dude and some chick are murdered and spirited away, so Keiichi learns about the murders and thinks his friends are in on it. Justifiably so, given they put a needle in his food and tried to fucking drug him. So he goes all night in the woods on them and proceeds to claw his fucking throat out. The next arc, wait, how? He's dead. Oh yeah, because this show deals in like multiple world time bending bullshit, just go with it. The next arc begins with Keiichi and his friends shooting the shit before Keiichi and Shion bumblefuck their way into a room full of torture tools, which also just so happens to be in a holy shrine, and they basically just screwed themselves. Oh, and I guess the dude and chick who died last arc went with them and something and ended up getting killed and spirited away again, but they don't matter, so it's fine. So now Keiichi and Shion are shitting themselves, thinking they'll be next, until whoops, Shion isn't actually Shion, and Rika and Sadako are missing. Rena goes all detective on their house, and by some miracle, she figured out that Rika went over to Mion's house with a bottle of soy sauce, thinking they should get some from Mion, not knowing that Mion was spirited away. Then Sadako realized she didn't come home, so Sadako went too. Okay, got that good. So Mion reveals that she had a hand in a lot of the murders and that she's like a fucking demon or something. So Keiichi, being the absolute dumb high IQ brain he is, decided to follow her into his scary torture dungeon where she says she literally killed half his friends in there, and he just still goes with it even though the police are still waiting outside to arrest her. So anyway, she knocks him out and he gets away, and then Mion like stabs him at home even though she literally told him to never approach her. Yeah, Keiichi's a little dumb. The detective leaves and then she pounds a nail into his hand because Keiichi screams totally won't alert the guy that literally just left. Except, spoiler alert, none of that was Mion. It was actually Shion, and she was unsurprisingly playing Keiichi the whole time, which, let's be honest, is half of his purpose in this show. So the next arc, Keiichi takes a liking to a little girl. Remember what I said about Keiichi being stupid? Oh, and she's being abused and like he like kills her uncle or someone? Who knows? He didn't even really know himself after everyone kind of just insisted that he wasn't killing somebody. And then they just kind of saw him hanging around at the festival. It's really confusing. So now Keiichi's starting to fucking lose it, and all of a sudden, people who he wishes to die are just dying spontaneously. He finds Sadako in a genuinely fucked up situation, and then takes her around the place until he finds Rika dead, and then Sadako blames him for it. So being the absolute galaxy brain Keiichi is, he gets pushed off a fucking bridge and then wishes everyone in the village would die. So everyone in the village dies except him, which I mean good shit, my man got the dub. The next arc takes place in the same world right after that, and Akasaka's story kinda only exists to prove that Rika knows what's gonna happen in each world.
If you were able to call, it would only make you sad.
And she was right. Rika took pity on me, knowing all along that Yukie had died.
Go back to Tokyo. I mean it.
But like, his dumbass didn't listen to her and his wife died, so whatever, I guess. The next arc is Arc 2-2. It gives Shion some character, but overall it's kind of just a more gruesome Arc 2 from Shion's perspective. Now normally I'd say not to give a shit, but this arc is probably like half the reason this anime had top 10 scary moments videos back in like the early 2010s or so. That was kind of cool, I guess. It's also another arc that just proves how fucking stupid Keiichi is yet again, which seems to be like a running theme with this show. So like basically Shion likes Satoshi, and Satoshi got like spirited away. So she decides the best course of action is to murder everyone she knows, which eventually ends in her stabbing Keiichi in Arc 2, and then being a dumbass and falling off a building. Next arc, so Rena kills some chick who was scamming money out of her father, and Keiichi and company find Rena burying her. So of course the natural reaction is for Keiichi to pep talk the entire club, including an 11-year-old Rika, to bury the fucking bodies.
You screwed up, but I see why, and I won't judge you for it. The only people who know what's in these awful bags are your friends. And we're gonna help you bury these things and keep it that way, okay? There's nothing for you to worry about, Rena.
They kind of just agree to pretend it never happened, which includes not so subtly playing a murder mystery card game like a day later. As per usual, Takano and Tomitake die for like the 5th time this series, and then Rena gives us some really like fucking disturbing imagery. The show likes to do this funny thing where they just go zoom, zoom, zoom on anything like semi-scary. And this scene just kind of confirmed they do it for like literally anything at this point. So Rena starts tripping balls and says Oyashiro's curse is like a more fucked up version of the thing where aliens are now pretending to be her. Rena reveals that Keiichi literally shoots children for fun before he suddenly kind of just remembers what happens in Arc 1 for some reason. So to make that situation even funnier, it turns out they weren't even drugging him, and the needle was actually a marker, and then Keiichi was hallucinating. Which I can only imagine how funny that would have been to watch. Like, alright, time to draw on your face. So Rena decides to go on Nagito Kameda in the fucking school and then holds her whole class hostage with a bomb planted somewhere in the building. Why? I honestly, aliens. Rena says the absolute best line in this whole fucking show so far as well.
Trusted you. Keiichi, you suck!
So somehow a literal fucking child figures out the bomb plan before the police do, and Rena and Keiichi, they try to kill each other while talking about how Keiichi's gonna force Rena to be his maid. And I'll be honest, the dub made this scene just fucking hilarious.
Alright, I'm gonna make this perfectly clear. If I win, it's gonna be nothing but personal service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're gonna introduce me as your master to every single person that we meet, and you're gonna do it with a smile.
Fine, but the outfit has to be really cute.
Oh, I'll take care of that. Your master will have an array of outfits to choose from, depending on my mood that day.
I like it, I like it.
So everything's solved with the power of believing in your friends, as the last group shot you see is this fucking image. Amazing. And that's the end of season 1. So what did we learn? I don't know. 26 episodes in, and I still don't even know definitively what Oyashiro's curse is. And the big reveal of Rika being aware of the loops was spoiled, because my dumbass went into Higurashi Go thinking it was a remake. It wasn't. Overall, this show was actually really interesting, despite my horrible summary. The awful fucking dub actually made me come back to watching it sometimes, so I'm kinda sad the next season doesn't have a dub on the site I'm watching it on. Regardless, here's some dub highlights from the first season to round some things out.
Do that.
Let's go. Being late for class is for losers. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just that, well, that curse is just a superstition. It's stupid.
So Keiichi doesn't believe in Oyashiro.
No, how could I? That curse is ridiculous.
Trust Nipa!
What are you doing? We're not playing